Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We are live again in the Moms with Spark Facebook group for day 2 of our challenge. I am again super pumped to be here. I am just going to go ahead and, oh, what did I just do? I don't know what I just did to myself here. So I'm curious because of whatever I just did. Here, let me get, there we go. All right, I'm pretty sure I'm live, but I'm just gonna check my phone because yesterday, it was hard to tell. So I'm just gonna pop into my group real quick and see. Yep, it is live. Awesome. All right, ladies, mamas, welcome back. I am so pumped to be here. Like I said, we are here for day 2. If you are here live, please say hashtag live. If you're watching this on the replay, please say hashtag replay. I would love to know where you are watching from. I would love to hear from more of you. Where in the country are you at? I know we have people, or in the world, we have people from all over the place. So I would love to hear where you're at. All right, so just as a recap, if you missed day 1, it is not too late to start. You can definitely join in today, but you'll want to go back to day 1 and watch the video because what we're going to be doing today is step 2 definitely builds off of step 1. So if you missed day 1, the replay is pinned at the top of our page. And so it is probably about a 15-minute video, kind of goes a little bit into, background of who I am, how the challenge is going to work. But it definitely, watching that last 7-8 minutes is important to just be able to get caught up. But you can definitely chime in today and take it all in. So just as a reminder, the challenge is going to be every morning this week through Friday. I'm going to be hopping on at 9 a.m. And I'm going to provide you with a tip or a step, and each one of these, as you'll see, really builds upon the other. And I'll usually always discuss, why it's important and, and how it will help you achieve a greater balance in work and life. So your job, again, is to implement each step every day. We also have a workbook for this challenge, and so I would definitely suggest utilizing the free workbook as a way to, keep track of things, take notes on what you come up with based off of the action steps that I give you, and that will then provide a really good foundation for you moving forward. And then I will also be posting a check-in at the end of each day to kind of track your progress, see what you've come up with based off of the step or action that I've given you, and also to provide support if you need it. So I'm definitely here for that as well. And I can put the link in the chat after the live today of the workbook if you don't have that yet. And then one other really awesome thing is that if you attend each live or on the replay and make a comment and then check in at the end of our day progress reports, you will be entered to win an Amazon gift card. Woot woot! I will be announcing that on Monday. That way you have time to get through the Friday stuff, and then if there's any people that needed the weekend to catch up, I'll be announcing the winner on Monday. So as a reminder, the challenge will go for 3 more days, and I will be offering you a great opportunity tomorrow for deeper transformation if you are game for that. So definitely tune in if you are interested. Today's going to be a bit shorter and sweeter than yesterday because we're really just going to be building off of our first step from yesterday. So yesterday, we identified what your priorities are, right? So I gave you a handful of questions to think about what matters most to you, right? If you could pare away everything and really just got to focus on what's most important, what would that be, right? So I said to try and keep it to a list of about no more than 10, okay? And again, the importance of this is that when we establish or really identify our priorities and we're aware of those, it becomes really almost like a compass that guides us as far as how we want to spend our time, because we could always go back to those, and go, okay, am I aligned with my priorities? And if I'm not, I can adjust, right? So I would love for those of you who didn't get a chance to check in last night, or maybe you're still catching up, what comes to mind? What was one priority in your top three? I would love to hear. Pop it in the chat. When you sat down too, I would love to hear if you were surprised by any that came up for you when you really took the opportunity to sit down and think about it. Sometimes I guess we can be a little bit surprised, right, of what comes up. So definitely take a moment and pop in the chat at least one of the priorities that came up for you. That would be amazing. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing next, right? So now that we know what our priorities are, it's time to create even deeper awareness. Is what we are doing in our daily life aligned with our priorities? So your task for today is to take a look at your calendar in the last week, last month. You can go back 3 months if you want. And I want you to look at how you're spending your time. How many appointments, meetings, events, things are you spending your time on that are in service to the things you identified as meaningful to you? And how many things are not? How much of the way you spend your time is, again, in alignment or not in alignment? So this is usually a real big eye-opener. When I work with my clients on this, we do what I call a time audit. We dig really, really deep into this and go through, your schedule and how you spend your time and really tease out, the things that are in alignment, the things that aren't, the things that you can control, the things that you can't, right? So I'm curious for those of you that are kind of processing this in real time, are any coming up for you right off the bat? Things that you know right away that you're spending time on that maybe aren't in alignment with your priorities. So the question is, why is this important, right? Because we have control over how we spend our time, right? And if we really want to make our life fulfilling, meaningful, have that sense of harmony between work and life can be our relationships, our health, our energy, our children, our hobbies, our desire to travel, whatever it might be, right? The only way we can accomplish a harmony in all of those areas is if we are living in alignment with our priorities. Now, there are definitely things that we may have to do that are not in alignment, or maybe it's just something that this is a season in our life that we're going to be doing this. Maybe we're caring for somebody, maybe we're caring for a parent, or maybe we are grinding out a particular, job at work that we really can't stand, but we know we have to do for a time being, or whatever it might be. Or maybe you've already committed to being a part of something for the next couple of months and you're not loving it, but you're just going to finish it out and then cross it off your list, right? So there's definitely things that we may not necessarily have the capability to just get rid of. But the awareness piece is so important. Let's just take stock of how we are actually spending our time. Because one of the things I hear a lot from moms is, I don't have enough time. And things are too busy. My plate is too full. I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, right? And so if we know how we're really spending our time and whether or not it's aligned, this is a really, really big second step. So this may seem super basic and obvious, but a lot of us don't do this. And unless we're really vigilant, our time will get sucked into things that are not important. And only you can take control of your time and schedule and decide what makes the cut in your life and what doesn't. And if you go on autopilot, your days will be very quickly taken up with things that aren't on your list for you. So how we spend our days is ultimately how we spend our lives, right? And if we keep spending them in ways that are out of alignment with what means the most to us, then we're always going to feel out of balance. We are always going to feel unfulfilled, exhausted, burned out, low energy, feeling like life is just passing us by. So once you start doing this is something that you want to keep on doing. Again, just like we talked about yesterday, maintaining balance and harmony is a cycle. It's an ongoing journey. It's not a one and done situation, and neither is this, right? So once you start to do this, you're going to want to do it very often, because again, it's going to be super easy to fall off track. So you can use your workbook to note the tasks that are aligned with what your priorities are and note the ones that are not. Tomorrow, we'll talk about what the next step will be once you have identified these things. So one thing I want to note before we go is I'm sure that I have some perfectionists in this group. Anybody here a perfectionist? Say, yep, me, or recovering perfectionist. That's me, recovering perfectionist. I just want to say that for those perfectionists out there, this is not an opportunity to beat yourself up about how you spend your time. It's not about doing what matters 100% of the time. That is not possible. This is not going to use your energy well or in a way that matters if you're beating yourself up about where you're at now, okay? None of us are ever going to be at the 100% mark. I think shooting, depending on your baseline, but ideally 70 to 80 would be amazing. But some of us may be starting at a lot less than that, and that is okay, because guess what? You are taking this time out of your day to make that shift, right? And say, enough is enough. I am sick of running in the hamster wheel. I am sick of just blowing through my days exhausted and feeling irritable and angry and resentful and exhausted and burned out, and I'm ready to make a shift, right? So no matter where you're at, it's okay. It's all good, because the only place you can go is up from here, right? Okay, so that's just a reminder for all of you out there. This is just about being curious, not about being critical. So just looking at your schedule with curiosity. Isn't that interesting? I'm spending 60% of my time doing things that are not in alignment with my priorities. Dang, let's make some changes, right? That's it. That's all, right? Okay, so utilize that workbook. Take note today. Again, be on the lookout at the end of the day to check in so you can obviously just be keeping track of what you are identifying. I can offer you suggestions, words of encouragement, but this is also your opportunity to win that Amazon gift card. All right, everyone, I am so grateful for all of you who joined in, and for those of you watching on the replay. I'm so proud of you taking this time out of your day to really make a shift for yourself that is going to be a positive one. I can guarantee it. All right, y'all, I can't wait for tomorrow, day 3. On top of our task for day 3, there's also a really exciting announcement and opportunity that I'm very, very honored and excited to share with you. All right, everyone, best of days, best of Tuesday, right? Enjoy your Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.